Welcome to the Meet with Indian Panorama Director series. And here we have with us Mr. Bidyut Kotoky. He is director of the film Guns and Guitars, a musical travelogue. This film is a revelation of the extent of anger and alienation felt by the people in Northeast due to years of neglect and how they embraced music in the background of insurgency as a way of providing a ray of hope. And he has till now worked with 140 short films, and currently he is working on a film on the effects of violence on children growing up in the conflict zone. And I like to introduce Mr. Sudesh Balan. He is director of the film Ormayude, Athirvarambukal. This is a short fictional film about an elderly person who is searching for his son and whose name is resonating in him, but due to his fading memory, due to his old age, he is not able to remember. And this film is depicting the crisis of old age, loneliness, and at the same time tells the heartwarming story of the grandfather with dementia. And he is working as a professor teaching photography and filmmaking in IIT Bombay. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Billu Paul. He is director of the film Samann. This film portrays the life of a married couple in Haryana, and it depicts the loneliness of the wife, and which creates a guiltiness in the husband, and it reflects the complexities present in the present day marriage institutions. And he has directed many short films like Minor Cut, and his films have been nominated in various national and international film festivals. I'd like to introduce Mr. Paban Kumar. He is an alumnus of Satyajit Ray Film Institute, and his film Loktak, Lairembi is a reflection of the current socio-political reality in the strife-torn Manipur. This film portrays the sufferings of Tomba when his hut is burnt down by the authorities, and when he accidentally finds a gun, and what is the implication of his discovery is the film. And Mr. Paban Kumar has won various national and international film awards, and he was jury member also in some of the previous national film awards. And some of his notable films are IFFI 1958 and Mr. India, and he has till now won 5 national awards and 5 international Panorama selections to his credit. Now I ask the directors to tell their experience of making their film, and then I open it for audience for questions.
Hi, I'm Bidyut. Actually, the very basic of trying to make guns and guitar was that when we talk of Northeast, the first image that will come to most of your mind is stories of violence, death, ransom, atrocity, terrorism. Nowhere we mention about the positive aspects of that region, as if they doesn't exist. I'm sure you won't know about a village tucked away in Meghalaya, where instead of pet names, every children is given a tune as their identity. As in that when you call that children, you don't call by the name. You just sing the tune and that children respond. And once that person died, any person died, that tune is retired. No two tune is same. I'm sure Hanbam has done, I'm sure, made that film. Mr. India has something to do with that HIV positive bodybuilder? Yeah. Yes, we heard hear about the SIP impact of SIV in Northeast. Not many hear about the effect of that. How a person decided to fight the SIV after he was bedridden. Doctor gave him a couple of weeks to remain alive. He decided, no, I need to fight, and he gets into bodybuilding. And I think he was a runner, right? The best. Yeah, he won Mr. India title. Also, finally, he won that. And when I last interviewed, he was saying that I'm going to do it.
No, even runners-up, first runners-up, second runners-up, they are all Mr. India. It doesn't have to be that the top one. Yeah.
And the basis of beginning of this film is there's this rock legend, Lou Majau, from Shillong. In 1972, in one day, he decided that songs of Bob Dylan inspired him a lot. So he wanted to thank Dylan. And instead of writing a postcard, he decided, let me do something different. Let me do a concert on his birthday. He thought of his one-off thing, but in 1972, that concert got tremendous response, and he decided to continue the next year, and year after that. And now, for the last 44 years, every year on 24th of May, there is a concert celebrating the birthday of Bob Dylan in the rock capital of the country. And in 2012, he decided that let's make it a little different, 2012-13, that rather than doing all by myself, let me involve one group from each of the eight northeastern states to perform with me in this concert. And that was the beginning of my film. When I got to know about it, we decided to travel to all the 8 states, meet those 8 gangs of rock musicians, try to find out under the circumstances under which they are doing their music, and travel with them back to Shillong to find the final, how they perform in the final concert. And the difference with the other concert is that when you say that what is the big deal of performing in a music, having a rock band, say, he will come, I'm sure he will reiterate, when I met this gang in Manipur, they were telling me that on an average, we are having 2 hours of electricity a day. We are a death metal band. We need electricity to perform, practice. And to get the electricity, we have no option but to stand in queue to get the diesel to operate our generator. And on an average, we sometimes spend 2 to 3 days on line whenever there is a bend in the road. And after standing on the line, we get the diesel so that we can come back, put it on our diesel generator, and perform our music. Anyway. Sorry, come again?
Please say some words in Hindi about your film.
About the film in Hindi, you said. ये फिल्म के बारे में मुझे लगता है कि हर एक फिल्म को अपने डेस्टिनी हर एक फिल्म चूज करती है, तो फिल्म के बारे में मुझे ज़्यादा बोलना पसंद नहीं है क्योंकि मुझे लगता है फिल्म अपने बारे में खुद बोलते हैं। लेकिन मेरा मकसद था, इस फिल्म का मेन मकसद ये था कि ये हम जिस जगह के बात कर रहे हैं वो 21 किलोमीटर एक जगह जहां दिस ब्रीथ ऑफ द प्लेस विच कनेक्टेड विथ रेस्ट ऑफ इंडिया चिकन नेक 21 किलोमीटर उसका ब्रीथ है। इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर है 4,500 किलोमीटर विथ 5 डिफरेंट कंट्रीज। सो ऑब्वियसली एक बहुत ही सेंसिटिव एरिया है। एंड हम जब उस जगह के बारे में बात करते हैं, सो रादर देन जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द नेगेटिव, आई थिंक ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हमें ये जानने का कोशिश करें क्यों वहाँ इतना गुस्सा क्यों है, व्हाई दैट एंगर इज देयर। व्हेन आई वाज इन मणिपुर, आई फाउंड ए 2 किलोमीटर लॉन्ग क्यू इन फ्रंट ऑफ ए ATM जो 10 बजे तक खोलने वाला नहीं है। आई थिंक इवन नाउ इट इज 10 o'clock, इज द 9:30, 10 इज द ओपनिंग टाइम। अभी हम सबको जब 15 मिनट ATM के सामने खड़ा रहना पड़ता है यहाँ, आई एम इन मुंबई, हमें मालूम होता है कि हम कैसे रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं. इफ इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर डे टू डे एग्जिस्टेंस कि आपका खुद का पैसा निकालने के लिए आप 2 घंटा लाइन पे खड़ा रहेंगे हर दिन. अगर आपको मिजोरम के बारे में, मैं जब मिजोरम में था वहां 20 ईयर्स कॉन्जिक्यूटिवली नाइट कर्फ्यू होता था. इज द ओनली स्टेट जहां इंडियन गवर्नमेंट हैज bombed its own state to control the insurgency. So all those anger are very much there in the people. No way I'm saying, I mean, just imagine a situation कि ठीक है, कल हम बोल रहे कि पंजाब में टेररिज्म है, कश्मीर में टेररिज्म है, you send a jet and bomb them. Imagine the consequence. हम में से कितने जनों को मालूम है कि मिजोरम में Indian government has bombed the Mizo Aizol to control the insurgency. तो मेरे ख्याल से डायलॉग बहुत ही जरूरी है. आप सिर्फ आर्मी भेज के इंसर्जेंसी एंगर कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते हैं. एंड मेनी अ टाइम एज आई सेड इन माय फिल्म आल्सो, मे बी जस्ट apologizing, saying sorry can be a good way to have the last word.
I like Sudesh Balan sir to have his.
Hello. Thank you for having me here. It's a wonderful experience to be among many talented people. And like they said, many people were asking me film from IIT Bombay. So it's a surprising thing for many. Yes, we do make films, and there is a department we have where we make films. We are training students to make films. So this project is a part of a research project I am doing, which is about making affordable films for delivering social messages without losing cinematic value. So now cinema has become more democratic. So digital media is there everywhere. So everybody is a filmmaker. They got a smartphone. They can actually record film, sound. But why are we not making meaningful films? That is something which I want to figure out. So it's a personal journey, and as this part of this research, we were thinking how we can make, when it comes to technical quality, how do we compare this technical quality of this film with what is made in big productions? Because the cameras are super cheap, it can shoot 4K resolution, HD videos, or and very high quality images. But what lacking is 2-3 things. One, attention span is very less for those kind of media consumption. In no time, people get fed up with what they are watching. And secondly, thoughtful content, that is lacking. And so as a part of my research, I thought I should take up a topic and work on it and then make a film. So why I came to this content is I am belonging to this generation of people in their 40s, where all our parents are getting older, and they are facing health constraints and difficulties. So in Kerala, a lot of people are migrating abroad also for better living conditions, better jobs. So what do we do with this aging population? So that took me to this thought that how do people develop human bonds, strong bonds? And I feel that the relations that is based on bloodline is there, but I feel the strength of the bond is through the interaction two individuals make. So when one person is at a stage where he cannot remember or sustain that quality of interaction, how does that bond exist? That is the main question I was thinking. So I was thinking about the William Words's poem on the splendor in the grass, where we have to remember about what happened in the past and then find strength from it and then move on and redefine the bond. Because they can't remember how to present themselves or maintain a sweet relationship with the person. So that is the content of the film. And we have a wonderful team. All of them are here. 4 or 5 people are here. So we work as a small team with a small digital camera with the same philosophy. And then all the actors with available light, we shot the film. So it was a fantastic experience. And we want to take it forward and see what all other topics we can cover. And then with the same quality, technical quality, as any industry production can bring out. So that is all I can talk about the film. If any question is there, I can definitely go in that direction. Boundaries of Memory is the English name, and Ormayude Athirvarambukal is the Malayalam, the original title. And I want to just add one line. Mr. T.G. Ravi, who is a legendary actor, I grew up watching his film. He's a fantastic actor, and I always wanted to work with him. And he did a fantastic performance in the film, and unfortunately he couldn't attend the festival. So because those who have watched the film, he is acting as a person with dementia who can't walk well and who is having a very bad health. But God's grace, he is very healthy, and he is very busy working in Botswana. So he couldn't find time to come here, and I just want to say hi from him. So.
Mr. Billu Paul will share his experience.
I'm a student from State Institute of Film and Television, रोहतक, और ये मेरा फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस है. मैं यहाँ IFFI में अपनी फ़िल्म के साथ आया हूँ. ये सब कुछ बिकॉज ऑफ माय इंस्टीट्यूट, राज्य फिल्म एंड टेलीविज़न संस्थान रोहतक. हम यहाँ अपनी अभी 2 फिल्मों के साथ हैं. वन इज़ समन एंड अनदर दायरा. समन डायरेक्शन बाय मी एंड देयर इज़ ए टीम, माय टीम इज़ हेयर. फिल्म का जो थीम है, वो जो मैंने अपने आसपास 5 साल का जो जर्नी था संस्थान का, और जो भी वहाँ पे सिनेमा देखने को मिला, उसमें कॉमन चीज़ क्या है कि बहुत इतना सारा जब हम एक स्कूल में जाते हैं फिल्म्स देखने को मिलता है. कहीं का भी फिल्म है, बस कल्चर, जियोग्राफी, ये सब थोड़ा डिफरेंस होता है. ह्यूमन इमोशंस सब एक हैं. हर जगह पे वही प्यार आता है, गुस्सा आता है, ह्यूमन कंडीशंस हैं. तो वही कुछ देख के कुछ आइडियाज़ आए, सीखने को मिला. तो कुछ छोटा सा प्रयास किया. थीम है फिल्म का इट्स अबाउट मैरिज इंस्टीट्यूशन, कि शादी का जो ये रिश्ता जो है कितना ये जटिल है, इसको लेके एक बहुत बड़ी बहस है. उसके बारे में मैं क्या मतलब कुछ उसके बारे में बोलना कि ये ठीक ये गलत, उसको समझने में शायद पूरा उम्र निकल जाता है. आई एम मैरिड और अभी बहुत ज़्यादा समय नहीं है. अभी तक उस जद्दोजहद जो जीवन के एक जद्दोजहद है, जो हर्डल है लाइफ में, वो मेरे ख्याल वो सिनेमा देखने से बहुत कुछ कहीं ना कहीं हम एक पॉइंट पे पहुंचते हैं कि शायद तो ऐसा ही कुछ करने का प्रयास था. जिस किसी ने फिल्म देखा है तो कुछ पूछ सकते हैं.
We'll hear from Paban Kumar on his experience, then we'll open for question and answers.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming. Well, I've been doing documentaries for the last 10-12 years, and this is my first debut feature film, and it was world premiered at the competition section at Busan International Film Festival this year, and then it won the Golden Gate Award at Mami this year, and it won the NetPac Asian Select Award at Kolkata Film Festival, and again it's traveling to Museum of Moving Images, New York next month. Dubai International Film Festival, it's in World Cinema section. basically, whenever I do a film, I do contemporary issues, which really affects me. And basically this film, when I planned this film, I was also trying to do it the way I do my documentaries. So I really don't believe that there should be a different, there should be a distinction between documentary and fiction films. So the film is something like that, in between kind of thing. And yeah, the film talks, it's about a guy who is possessed by a gun, who accidentally gets a gun and he's possessed by it. I think it symbolically deals with the fear psychosis, which leads to unnecessary conflict and, unnecessary things. And yeah, so it was like when I was thinking about this subject, it was almost like, there are a lot of problems. Problems are everywhere. We also, I was also looking for solutions. I can't obviously bring all the solutions, but this story deals with that. Like we really need to relook at our cultural values, which propagates a society filled with love and trust. So yeah, we really, as a modern person, we really need to look at our values, belief system. I think that's it. Thank you so much.
Now it's open for questions. Anyone? Yeah. Sure. Kindly introduce your name and.
Myself is Ramnath Pairaikar. I'm from the local newspaper Navin Times.
Yeah.
The question may be taken by all of you. It's regarding the full-length feature films are shown in theaters. They get a decent release, but short films have to wait for film festivals or maybe television. So do you think there is a lack of accessibility also for audiences in this aspect?
See, we have been talking about this. It's not just about short films, it's about documentaries also. We have thousands of channels in India, but we don't have a dedicated channel for documentaries, even for short films. Short films is even, it's a big problem for short films. But, nowadays, I think things are changing. My next project was in co-production market this year. It's called Joseph's Son. And I've been attending Film Bazaar for the last maybe 5-6 years. And this year I had my new feature film project, and it was very surprising for us, especially the independent filmmakers in India, because now everybody wants to invest in independent cinema, and they're not thinking about theatrical release, by the way. They're thinking about all these platforms, BODs, Netflix, Amazon. So even Saregama is, I think, one of them came to me, as if it's not wrong, they're going to produce around 100 films in 5 years. And they're quite happy to produce even Manipuri films, Things are changing, even some producers from Karnataka, they are also trying to invest in, so, things are going to change now, though it was really bad all these years.
ये जो समस्या शॉर्ट फिल्म के लिए आपने बोला, ये ना केवल शॉर्ट फिल्म के पूरा फीचर लेंथ के लिए भी है। हिंदुस्तान का मुश्किल से 10 या 15% लोग सिनेमा देख रहे हैं। मल्टीप्लेक्सेस में सिनेमा जा चुका है। कस्बे के लोग सिनेमा नहीं देख रहे, गांव में नहीं देख रहे। उनके लिए भी वही है कि जब वो टीवी पे जाएगा तो तब वो लोग देख पाते हैं। कितने लोग हैं जो मल्टीप्लेक्स में जाके देखते हैं? मुश्किल से 10 या 20%। तो ये केवल शॉर्ट फिल्म के लिए नहीं है, पूरा अगर सिनेमा की बात की जाए तो भारत में पूरे सिनेमा का सिनेरियो यही है। और अगर नई चीज़ों को देखें कि हाँ अब एक जो चेंजिंग जो बोली है, तो वो थोड़ा सा ये है कि इंटरनेट का जो एक वो आया है, यूथ जाके अब अपने हर कोई फ़ोन पे देख रहा है। तो ये शॉर्ट फिल्म के लिए कि एक बहुत बड़ा ये प्लेटफॉर्म है कि हम अपनी फिल्म यूट्यूब या वीमियो या अपना कोई वेब सीरीज़ जाके, तो वो एक पहुंच बन चुकी है। यही है।
I just want to add, मतलब थोड़ा ये था कि पहले शॉर्ट फिल्म का, अभी तो मेरे ख्याल से बहुत अच्छा चीज़ ये हो रहा है कि अभी लोग एक्चुअली फीचर लंबा जो फिल्म है, अभी नेट आने के बाद पीपल आर प्रीफरिंग स्मॉल फिल्म्स। आई थिंक दैट्स गोइंग टू बी द फ्यूचर नाउ। तो मेरे ख्याल से शॉर्ट फिल्म के लिए अभी बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है।
लड़के लड़की का रिश्ता नहीं मिलता है या लव मैरिज हो रही है या क्या है, ऐसा क्या चीज़ है जो आपने इसमें दर्शाने की कोशिश की?
शादी के बाद की जो स्थिति है तो उसमें बहुत ही छोटी छोटी बातें जो मैंने खुद से भी रियलाइज़ किया है, बहुत कुछ मेजर होता नहीं है, बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें अंदर अंदर जो है अंदर से आती हैं। वो जो अंदर का जो ड्रामा है इंसान का, जो ह्यूमन कंडीशन से, अभी मैं घर से बाहर हूँ तो पता नहीं क्या चलेगा, उधर से क्या चलेगा, और फिर उसमें एक तरह की फीलिंग, एक तरह का कि बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें लोग करते हैं, प्यार ये, और शादी तो फिर एक वही रिश्ता है। तो उसमें सच और झूठ क्या है, वो एक बहुत बड़ा हर्डल है, बहुत ही वो जिद्दोजहद है कि जहाँ पे मैं फ़ोन पे भी अगर करूँगा हाँ मैं ठीक हूँ, घर पे आ रहा हूँ, आप कैसे हो, दवाई ले लो, ये सब कहीं ना कहीं एक ऐसा लगता है कि मैं एक्ट कर रहा हूँ, हाँ मैं एक्टर। वो पूरा जीवन इस तरह से लगता है कि बस वहाँ हम जी रहे हैं एक किरदार, और इतना सारा अच्छा रिश्ता होने के बावजूद भी कि हम लोगों की बॉन्डिंग बहुत अच्छी है, फिर भी कई कई सिचुएशन में जाके लगा कि यार शायद मैंने आज झूठ क्यों बोल दिया झूठ। तो नहीं, वो है, वो हमेशा से रही है और रहेगा। इंसान पे ह्यूमन कंडीशन लागू होता है। जब हम चार इकट्ठे यहाँ बैठे हैं ना, 1 घंटे के लिए अकेला छोड़ देंगे, हमें पानी खत्म होगा ना, सब ये होगा पहले कौन पिए। तो वो सिचुएशन इंसान पे, चाहे आप बीवी के साथ हो, बच्चों के साथ हो, घर में, कहीं ना कहीं बहुत, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ अभी भी उसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। हम हर वक्त झूठ बोलते हैं, हर वक्त, अभी आया 5 मिनट में आऊँगा, ठीक है, ये वो उसमें फिर उसमें पता नहीं क्या, बीवी ने खाना बनाया, झूठी तारीफ कर दी, नहीं की तो शायद फिर कुछ है ये बहुत ज़्यादा होता है और बचते हैं हम लोग इस चीज़ से।
आप खुद शादी को किस तरह से देखते हैं? शादी जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो आप खुद किस नजरिए से
मैं अगर अपनी बात करूं तो मेरा बहुत अच्छे से चला हुआ है मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं, आई हैव ए डॉटर एंड ए सन, और ठीक है ये है।
Sir, good afternoon to all of you. First of all, my name is Akshay, and all your 4 films sound very interesting. I have a question to Billu ji, but before that, I have a little reaction for Bidyut. जो आपने फिल्म बनाई है वो इट साउंड्स वेरी गुड, एंड फिल्म्स ऐसी बननी चाहिए इस तरह की सिचुएशंस में, बिकॉज पीपल हु आर नॉट फ्रॉम नॉर्थ ईस्ट और एनी रीजन जिसके बारे में हमारा जाना नहीं होता है, हमें उसके बारे में नहीं पता चलती बातें। But you know, Bidyut, there is a little issue as far as insurgencies or any unrest area or constituencies are concerned, is any insurgent action or any violent action cannot take place without the support of local. I tell you what happens is, as locals, as people, the mistake we make, whether there is a problem in Punjab or Kashmir or in Northeast or wherever, the mistake we make is that we give advantage to those misled people of our region, religion, caste, or whatever. And when that problem gets out of our hand, then we back out. And then we make it a terrorist problem. And see, the army or the government will do what it has to do. There can't be a dialogue between army and those terrorists. They have to do what they have to do. So I think the responsibility lies more with people before it gets to the level of government or military. That is one problem. So your reaction on that, because the problem is not actually that bad in the beginning. We are a little, a kind of a chashma. We give them advantage of a lot of things.
You are absolutely right. And actually my film, it sounded an anti-establishment film from whatever little I said. I was thinking about it. It's not. The thing is about, my whole thing is about the common man. I go to the market, somebody put a bomb, and it goes off. I have no control. There's a police firing at somebody else, I'm in the middle, there's no control. Whenever there is an insurgency, we know the demands of the insurgents, because they believe on propaganda, they survive on propaganda. You know what they are wanting, why they are wanting, what are they. At the same time, government have no option but to counter those in propaganda with counter propaganda, that they are. But if you look at the total number of people in pro and against, won't be more than 5% of the total population. Nobody bothers about that 95% who are stuck in the crossfire. They don't have a choice. Take a very stupid example of demonetization. It's black money. Okay, it needs to be stopped. So those 5% or 10% people are stocking the money. So you ban the currency. Very good decision. You and I are having problem in coming to Goa, having a cup of tea. We are stuck in the crossfire. Right. That exactly is the problem of Northeast and any of these things. Unfortunately, I find nobody wants to talk about it. It's not glamorous enough. When you pick up the gun, somewhere, if I can use the word, it's glamorous. Right. If you're fighting the gun with another gun, it's glamorous. You are stuck in the middle, and my film is about those people who is stuck in the middle.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Bidyut. I mean, I don't want to take it too much out of context. I mean, obviously, demonetization on people, the issue has affected people in good or bad way. But you know what happens is, जिसके पास बेहिसाब दौलत है करोड़ों की, मुझे उसको नहीं पता. I am concerned about my neighbor who is not paying his tax for last 10 years or 20 years, and I, as a regular taxpayer, feeling cheated. So I'm happy about the fact. I'm very happy right now that, at least my money is safe. I just had barely 5,000 in my pocket. I gave it back and I got it. So it's money, that big money, that black money, probably that is not, it's not safe as yet. It's not back to the country. Maybe not, but there are n number of people who've got unaccounted money in their houses, and we on daily basis feel cheated. Because maybe आज मुझे ATM पे थोड़ी सी problem हो रही है, but for decades I've seen those people, making money without any accountability.
As I said, that is a stupid example. I did not mean that. I'm saying it is, the film is, I use it as an example to talk about something else.
Absolutely. All the films are great, but it's a little question to Billu ji. Billu ji, चंद्रावल फिल्म को हरियाणवी फिल्म सिनेमा का शोले कहा जाता है. द फिल्म केम आई थिंक 30 साल हो गए इस बात को. उसके बाद ये फिल्म आई नहीं है, कोई हरियाणवी सिनेमा में वो ट्रांजिशन नहीं आ पाया. उसके बारे में प्लीज थोड़ी सी रोशनी डालिए.
वही प्रॉब्लम है जो डिस्कस कर चुके हैं पहले. जो सिनेमा की जो बात है, जो लोगों का जो सिनेमा है, जो कॉमन मैन का जो सिनेमा है, हमने इतना ईरानियन फिल्म देखा, क्या सिनेमा है. और यहाँ पे जो रिलीज मिलता है, अभी आप देख लो कितनी फिल्म रिलीज है, किन लोगों को रिलीज मिलेगा. ये सब वो पैसे का बात, जो अभी इतना सारा बात है, ये तो ये कॉमर्शियल आर्ट है. पैसा लगता है फिल्म में. आज मैं कितनी अच्छी एक कहानी लिख लूँ, उसके लिए पता नहीं कितने लोगों से मिलना पड़ेगा, कुछ बनेगा, और बना भी लिया तो फिर वो फेस्टिवल में चलेगा. उसके लिए फिर रिलीज मिल पाना. तो कारण यही है कि वहाँ पे फिल्म जो है बिजनेस, वो उसका विकास नहीं हो पाया. कुछ लोगों ने स्टार्टिंग में किया, 30 साल पहले 1-2 फिल्म बनी, वो चली भी. बट बहुत ज़्यादा बॉलीवुड का ये जब पूरे हिंदुस्तान में ही है, ना केवल वहाँ पे, हर मेरे ख्याल से रीजनल सिनेमा के साथ कुछ अगर आप बंगाल और तमिलनाडु, केरला, इन सब जगहों को छोड़ो तो पूरे हिंदुस्तान का लगभग यही है. हिमाचल में कोई सिनेमा नहीं है, राजस्थान में कोई सिनेमा नहीं है. बट उन लोगों का कल्चर, उनकी बोली, उनका रहन सहन बिल्कुल अलग है. वो कहाँ है बॉलीवुड में. तो उसका कारण केवल यही है, ये जो बिजनेस है, ये एक जो लॉबी है, उसके कंट्रोल में है. और हम, मेरे ख्याल से, मैं तो बाहर हूँ उससे, सब लोग बाहर ही हैं. तो वो कारण है. उसका जवाब उसी में यार. ये एक बहुत बड़ी बहस है हिंदुस्तान में इस चीज़ को लेकर, बट सॉल्यूशन शायद अभी कुछ दिख नहीं रहा. हाँ, बनाएंगे ना, करो प्रोड्यूस, मैं बनाता हूँ दूसरी चंद्रावल.
लेकिन वो प्रयास क्यों नहीं किया जा रहा, जो प्रयास होना चाहिए रीजनल सिनेमा को, जो जिस तरह से ऊपर लाना चाहिए. जैसे कि आप एक उभरते हुए फिल्म मेकर हैं, लेकिन वो प्रयास हमें दिखाई नहीं देता. हमें सिर्फ वो प्रयास फिल्म फेस्टिवल तक ही लिमिटाइज लगता है, उससे आगे प्रयास होता नहीं. क्यों?
अगर मैं हरियाणा की बात करूं, जहां से मैं आया, मुझे लगा कि अभी एक स्टेप गवर्नमेंट ने लिया है. 2011 में संस्थान बनाया फिल्म इंस्टीट्यूट. वो पहला फिल्म इंस्टीट्यूट है नॉर्थ में. गवर्नमेंट है और इंटीग्रेटेड कैंपस। फिल्म संस्थान के साथ में फाइन आर्ट, डिज़ाइन और आर्किटेक्चर, तो वो एक बहुत बड़ा एफर्ट मुझे, क्योंकि मैं वहीं से निकला हूँ और आज यहाँ हम लोगों का 2 फिल्म है इंडियन पैनोरमा में, तो हम ये नहीं बोल सकते कि एफर्ट नहीं है, कुछ तो है। गवर्नमेंट लेवल पे कुछ स्टार्ट हुआ है, अभी शायद हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट फिल्म बोर्ड की कुछ ऐसा चला हुआ है कि हरियाणा में फिल्म बोर्ड बनेगा। इस तरह के एफर्ट अगर गवर्नमेंट ले तो इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म मेकर को कहीं ना कहीं फिर एक चांस मिलेगा कि एक कुछ बनाए। वो बात अलग है कि हम लोग उसको थिएटर तक ले जाके कितना बिजनेस करते हैं, कितना, वो फिल्म मेकर का काम नहीं है। बिजनेस, फिल्म बिजनेस क्या है, मैं उसके बारे में एक शब्द नहीं बोल सकता, मुझे नॉलेज नहीं है बिल्कुल। हम बना सकते हैं, लिख सकते हैं, रिलीज़ कहाँ होगा, किसको दिखाई जाएगी, इसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए दूसरे लोग हैं। तो बाकी उम्मीद है कि जिस तरीके से फिल्म आजकल ये प्लेटफॉर्म, पहले कितना फिल्म फेस्टिवल होता था, IFFI को देखो तो आज ये 47th, इसके बाद अब तो रीजनल इतने फिल्म फेस्टिवल हैं, अभी राजस्थान में इधर धर्मशाला तक फिल्म फेस्टिवल चला गया। तो ये भी एक प्लेटफॉर्म है कि कुछ लोगों को उम्मीद है कि एक तरह का जागरूकता आएगी और कुछ चेंज आएगा।
सर, आप जागरूकता की बात कर रहे हैं, आप कह रहे हैं कि मैसेज जो है कन्वे होना चाहिए थ्रू फिल्मों के, थ्रू शॉर्ट फिल्म्स के, थ्रू डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज़ के, लेकिन वो डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज़, मेरा ये कहना है कि सिर्फ फेस्टिवल तक ही सीमित रहती हैं, या फिर आप यूट्यूब जैसे चैनल पे डाल देते हैं, लेकिन आमतौर पे उसका जो है प्रमोशन नहीं होता, किसी को पता भी नहीं चलता, और वो फिल्में वहीं रह जाती हैं और डब्बे में चली जाती हैं, और वो कभी हम इतिहास देखते हैं तो तभी हमें याद आती है, इसके अलावा हमें कभी याद नहीं आती कि ऐसी फिल्में भी बनाई गई थी।
यही तो बात इतनी देर से चला है कि भाई वो दिखाने का जो प्लेटफॉर्म है वो फिल्म मेकर का नहीं है। फिल्म मेकर फिल्म बना लेगा, वो दिखाएगा कर्ण जौहर, उधर लॉबी से चलेगा। अगर सामन को अभी कोई प्रोड्यूसर ले ले और वो रिलीज करते तो जाएगा कॉमन मैन तक, उसमें फिल्म मेकर का उसका कोई वो है नहीं कि वो पब्लिसिटी यार ये सब। हाँ, ये एफर्ट इतना है कि फिल्म फेस्टिवल से एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, इतना ही है। थैंक यू।
Sudesh Balan sir will share his.
I want to just add a little note to that, and one thing is that change is the only constant, and since the time when big screens and people seeing the image in a dark room, that phase is slowly changing. It is always there, and maybe it will keep on being there for a really long time to come. But at the same time, instead of going to the theater, everybody got a screen in their hand. And that's a newly found opportunity, and I really feel that things are going to change, and it is being changed. We are talking about, we know what is going around in WhatsApp these days, all the popular movies, everybody knows it. Now the thing is that how do we tap that channel? Because it gives enormous power to the filmmaker to get his film out there. But the format is different. It's a small screen. Attention span is shorter, and what people consume there, what is their interest there is slightly different. So we need to understand and then modulate or change our way of making films for those platforms. And it's a fantastic opportunity, is what I believe, because now Google Cardboard is there, virtual reality is there in all the smartphones. But how do one understand the change in that platform and do the best in that? So film language is changing. It is going to change. In virtual reality, you cannot direct somebody to look at a particular visual. We can actually shoot something, edit it in a linear structure, and control the process of thinking by giving the series of images. But in virtual reality, you can look wherever you want to look. How do we tell a story? So that language one has to develop. It will happen, definitely it will happen, and it's an extremely powerful medium. And I think that relevance of film festivals are already there, but common man is there to judge your film with their screen in everybody's pocket. So I look at it that way. So I just wanted to add that line. So.
I have a question, Mr. Sudesh.
Yeah.
How 360-degree camera which are coming in the market will change the movie scenario?
Just like the way I said, the language, people haven't figured it out. So whenever there is a new technology, a new change in the way films are made happens, obviously it will have its reflection. When the visual effects came, we saw a lot of aliens coming in and spacecraft going here and there. but or when the color came, even the Bullock cart, different spikes are different colors. But it's just people are excited what we can do about it. It takes a little while to get it all sorted out and settled. Now, if you look at say any of the new movies, like say movies like Sully, where the pilot is landing the plane in Hudson River, we don't know where the special effects came and went. So that's the mature way of using that. So same way in 360, we have to develop a changing language. Then it will be extremely successful. Right now, people are fascinated by looking down from a really tall space and statues falling on their head and everything, which is not the mature way of using 360, which will soon develop, is what I believe.
मेरा सवाल जो है पवन कुमार सर से है। सर हमने इरोम शर्मिला का स्ट्रगल देखा, ऐसा वहाँ मणिपुर में और भी बहुत सारे स्ट्रगल्स हैं, लेकिन उनको प्रॉपर्ली डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं किया जाता, डॉक्यूमेंट्री की तौर पे दिखाया नहीं जाता, बहुत कम दिखाया जाता है। ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? लाइक हम आम आदमी इसके बारे में जान नहीं पाता, जब मीडिया रेस करती है तभी हम इस बारे में जान पाते हैं, लेकिन डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज, शॉर्ट फिल्म के थ्रू हम नहीं जान पाते। वाई? व्हाट इज़ द रीज़न?
फिल्म तो काफ़ी बना है। आप फिल्म कम देखते हो क्या?
नहीं, बना हुआ है सर,
बहुत ज़्यादा बन चुका है, बहुत ज़्यादा। मैं आई थिंक यू आर कमिंग बैक टू द सेम थिंग, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ये सब पे आप वापस आ रहे लग रहा है। फिल्म तो बना हुआ है, बहुत सारे फिल्म है, आपने देखा नहीं है, वही प्रॉब्लम है। मेन चीज़ आपको देखने का जगह नहीं मिल रहा है शायद।
सवाल ये है सर, बात इरोम शर्मिला की हो रही है।
You know how many films are made in Manipur in a year? Documentary, how many fiction films are made in Manipur in a year?
I don't know, sir. But still, please.
60, 70 movies are released in a year, feature films, okay? And we have documentaries, तो मतलब नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आप देखोगे तो लास्ट 10 years में आप नेशनल अवार्ड देखिए, आप इंडियन पैनोरमा देखिए, मिफ में देखिए। लास्ट मिफ में ओनली इंडियन फिल्म विच वॉन द गोल्डन कॉन्च वॉज माई फिल्म। मतलब ऐसा नहीं, बहुत सारा, मतलब इतना सालों में जितना बहुत सारा फिल्म बनता है। प्रॉब्लम है कि देखने का जगह नहीं, आप जो बोल रहे थे दिखाने का जगह नहीं है, वो चीज़ का प्रॉब्लम है मेरे ख्याल से। फिल्म तो बहुत बनती है यार इंडिया में।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Any other questions? So I think we'll conclude the press conference, and I thank you all for coming for the press conference.
Thank you.
कैसा रहा?